What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. I appreciate y'all each and every time. I really do. This is something that popped up, and I saw this, and I was like, oh, I don't know if it's a song or what. It just says Sick Boy, Episode 1, The Flame of Prometheus. Now, if you watch my videos, you know, man, I do not dive into every little thing that's going on in Ren's life. I know he's sick right now, but if there's something going on where you were expecting this, I wasn't. I'm not in tune with every little thing. I have a business I run. I just get on here and I do this because it's fun and I like the music that I review. So, but this is Sick Boy Episode 1, The Flame of Prometheus. Let's go and check this out. It's a 4.5 minute video. Like end of the world type stuff.
Have you ever heard the story of Prometheus? Let me start somewhere near the end.
Yeah, this is gonna be cool, man. Are they like doing? I wonder what this is gonna be about. This is music, like I wonder if this. Everybody's like, get to it. Da, da, da. I stop and talk too many times. Sorry, not sorry. I'm just curious, but this seems pretty cool. 2084.
Start somewhere near the end.
2084, so 1984.
After the Great Collapse, the sick were rounded up like rabid stray dogs. Those who were strong enough were put to work in subterranean farms. First, they would be stripped of all dignity afforded to a human. Then, their bodies would be decontaminated and purged of the stench from the surface.
Wow.
In order to create an effective cog, you must first bleed out of all autonomy and free will. He or she must stop being human and become a limb. Those who were deemed too sick for work were discarded. To keep them...
Yo, this is crazy, dude. This is like a short film, man. This is cool. Wow. Yeah, the 2084 instead of 1984. Now it's 2084. 100 years later. Interesting. Yeah, the ones that are sick were discarded of. If you're strong, you go to work. Bro. And they just use everybody as an extension of their plan, dude. Don't be a robot. This is wild.
Those who were deemed too sick for work were discarded. To keep them alive would only further drain the earth of vital resources. It was a kindness to let them die. For years, this is how the program would run. But, like many systems that came before it, it was at the mercy of chaos theory. Chaos theory is often misunderstood. It is an oxymoron, a determined element of chaos, one that can send a whole system spiraling into mayhem.
Yeah. Yo, dude, that's crazy that they were like, it's like we discarded of the sick. It was basically, they were doing a humane thing by killing them. But man, this is wild, dude. But yeah, they're marking everybody, dude. It's crazy, man.
It is an oxymoron, a determined element of chaos, one that can send a whole system spiraling into mayhem.
That is so true. I was gonna say I had to watch that again, but it kind of feels like what they've been doing in American politics and just around the world, but like a lot of our American politics, man, has become so polarized. Like the whole thing with Trump versus Biden and Trump everything. It's like, man, they're real. And then they put certain things out on certain, and all these news channels, almost every single one of them say like the same thing. They all have the same way of saying things. You've seen the videos, the montages of all them saying the same thing. And it's like that just creates division. And then you got so much chaos that, like, what's going on when we're not looking, we're not paying attention because we're too busy arguing with ourselves and just trying to feed ourselves. You know, certain cities in this country allow more violence than others. I don't know what the hell that's all about. I'm like, I don't care where you live, dude. You should be against people running into stores and grabbing shit and running out and robbing people. And it's insane, dude. But it's like, this is definitely what he's depicting in this is like, dude, if we ain't careful, man, by 2084, what is that, dude? 59 years from now? This could be a reality, dude. For sure. I think so. Could be a real reality. To where, like, you just gotta fall in line or you're done. Don't want to take up valuable resources if you're not going to comply, which is basically what they did during the vid. And with people not getting the fucking ouchie, the Fauci ouchie is like some people like to call it. There were people that literally was like, they shouldn't get medical care. I'm like, boy, that is like the next door neighbor of what he's depicting in this video.
There was a prophecy. It told of a genetic anomaly, a human girl whose DNA harbored immunity to the virus, a blueprint for the future. For decades, the humans searched, setting up a global infrastructure of testing facilities in vain. With time, the candle of hope burnt down to a blackened wick. Whispers of the prophecy could still be caught traveling on the wind between members of the sick, rivaling facts.
Oh, this is like the same. This is like he had this part where he was in a bag in his last video. Slaughterhouse. Huh. Maybe I'm missing something.
Saw it as nothing but a dying superstition. Others clung to it like an amulet of hope. The rich and the elite, of course, used it as a method of control. Desperate.
Bro, look at these things. Look at these characters. They got like crown of thorns, basically. But it's like, I don't know what they're trying, but man, it's like a crown of thorns, I don't know if it's a mockery of like Jesus Christianity or if it's like a hidden society, dude. It's been around since Jesus, right? Or something. I don't know. I'm reaching, dude. I'm trying to figure it out.
Desperation is a powerful drug. Above fear, above loyalty to the party, the Dominion understood this and used it to their advantage.
Dude, I just want to say, this hits me a lot. When I was a kid growing up, and I'm 42, but I grew up in a little bit in the 80s, mainly in the 90s as a teenager and all that. But when I was growing up, you watch Back to the Future and you're like, you try to create an idea of what the future might be like. Will we really have flying cars, man? Like, that's crazy. And it is crazy because, dude, we have enough problems down here. We got them flying around, people crashing into buildings all the time. But you watched it and you try to understand, like, what will the future look like? And we're in the future now. I mean, it's very futuristic. The internet, you can talk to people all the way across the world instantly on your phone, FaceTime. It's pretty crazy, dude, that, like, we're in the future now. And that the fact that I'm making videos that y'all are going to watch. Thousands of people are going to watch. He's making videos like this that millions of people are going to watch and share, like I'm sharing his stuff right now. It is crazy that 20 years ago, YouTube wasn't even here, right? Hey, 25 years ago, you could say. Wow. If you're 30 years old, you were born with no YouTube and no social media. Not that long ago. Shit trips me out. I'm basically watching a movie that Ren and his people produced, and they're putting it up here without any executives and shit, people telling them what to do, any movie deals, TV deals, nothing. Crazy to me. This is, by the way, very entertaining. Just had to throw that out there.
If you strip man of his basic needs, with enough time, he becomes a beast. Without shame and without morality. Primal. How ironic that the creations and brilliance of man should reduce him to his primal state. I guess with time, everything returns to source. While it was still part of protocol to test every subject for immunity to the virus, the outcome was predictable. There was no suspense. Any hope that testing would bear fruit died years ago. That is until we introduce chaos theory.
So if you have immunity to the virus, man, you ain't falling for you're a problem to the rest of the people around that are not immune to the virus. To me, this virus is a mind virus. It's just a control method. Propaganda, all that. It's all control methods. It's like, I watched a video about brainwashing people with like subconscious subliminal messages that flash. They used to do it in the theaters back in the day. You couldn't see it, but your subconscious mind would pick it up. And they did it for like Tide or something like that. And like laundry detergent sales went up by like 40% when they started doing that. So like they still doing it today. So it's like, you may think that you have a lot of original thoughts, but you don't. Because of so much stuff in the media today. There's so many influence. Everybody's on their phone. I'm guilty of it on YouTube every day, social media, watching this, watching that. I'm influenced. As much as I don't want to be influenced by all that, I am. I just have enough discipline not to go out and buy everything or fall for these traps. I just don't need it all. But every now and then, I'll find myself doing something and I'm like, that got me. So it's like, that's what I think this is like, and she's immune to it. They figure that out. They throw her away. Wow. Sick. Bro. Yep. This is like, Okay. Well, I can't wait for episode 2. That was entertaining, dude. I wonder what they're following up for, man. Anyways, listen, kind of long. I made it kind of long talking. This is very interesting to me. I love future stuff. I love just contemplating and thinking about stuff like this because there are people in the world, as much as we don't want to be like, you're a conspiracy theorist. Listen, just have an open mind and realize we're all being controlled in some sort of way by a powers to be that we will not understand. It will never be revealed. There's people pulling strings. That's obvious nowadays. And we're going to find out more and more unless we allow them and we give them the power they need to keep censoring us all the time on these platforms. We got to stop giving into all that. So, listen, I hope you all enjoy this one. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and until next time, peace.
I've traveled so far, couldn't tell you how far. Feels as though I have been a million places at once. Many lives I have lived, many battles I fought.